Lights, camera, and action. Welcome to another episode of the Channel 135 podcast. This is the show we talk about our favorite things in life, movies, TV shows, and pop culture. My name is Cams, and I'm here with also Eric. What's up, my brother?
Hey, what's up, Cams?
How's your day today, man?
Boring.
Yeah.
Actually, real boring.
Yeah.
Didn't do much, but traffic was quite light this morning when I was dropping my daughter off to school.
Mm.
So that's always a good thing.
Yeah. Let's get home faster. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I just finished work and glad it's Thursday, man, because it means Friday tomorrow, and it also means on Thursday night in a row. Round 3 starts tonight, so looking forward to the game. Penrith Panthers versus Melbourne Storm. So I gave my picks yesterday on the Cam Schuster podcast with Eddie. We did picks and margins.
Oh,
and
nice.
I think I picked Storm to win this game because they're playing at home and it'll be too tough, I think. But it'll be a good game anyway. But we're putting sports aside today on this podcast. Let's talk about TV show Daredevil Born Again. That's on Disney Plus. It comes out every Wednesdays for 9 episodes. We're going to talk about episode 4 that dropped yesterday. Today is Thursday, 7 p.m. So episode came last night. Yeah, it was good to do this the day after, right? To get it fresh in my mind. Because you know how we were doing that a week, sort of like a few days after it came out? I had to watch it like 3 times, the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I had to. I think when we finally got onto it, I had to watch it again that day. So I was just like, holy shit. But this is a lot easier.
Yeah. Shut man. Before we start, man, we'll just go through what else we've been watching on streaming. So before you jumped on the mics, you mentioned you're watching Adolescence.
Yeah, on
it's
Netflix.
A TV show that's on Netflix, man.
Yeah.
Starring Stephen Graham. You know what? I like Stephen Graham. He's a guy that I think he's right now. He's one of Britain's best actors right now. Eh? He shows up in a lot of American films. He plays that American accent hard, but he's a British guy. He's English. But you see them in a lot of stuff. Like you see them in Boardwalk Empire. He plays Al Capone.
That's right.
He plays bad guys, sometimes.
Yeah. He's really good at it too.
He's got that American accent locked down.
I really enjoy his material. It's really cool.
Yeah, so tell us about Adolescence. How did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I actually did. But I think there's 4 episodes in this season. Now I've only watched the 3 episodes out of the 4. But the cool thing about it I noticed was that each episode it starts with just one camera and it's just one take all the way through the episode.
Like a one shot.
Yeah, so it makes it really like especially when the camera pans at the characters' faces, isn't it? It's really it makes a scene like if it was done normally, like an interrogation scene, you're like, oh, I've seen this all before, but with the one take kind of thing on it, it kind of makes it more dramatic. If you understand what I'm saying. But
why does it zoom in and out?
Yeah, it kind of like pans around the characters.
Yeah,
and then zooms in. Out.
Especially when they're talking to focus on the person.
Yeah, that's right. So especially when they're traveling in vehicles and that, it kind of pans out, away from the vehicle. And as soon as the vehicle stop in there and they're getting out their cars in it, then it gets up real close. Watches these characters come into the scene in that, and then it just however it plays out. So I don't know. It looks like a lot of technical work. I don't know if they've done it by drone. Who knows? But you can obviously see the camera just pans through. There's one scene where they go through the house, and obviously the camera's just flying around up the staircase, and it follows the police officers as they go through, searching each room. And man, it's just no way a human being can do that with a camera. But yeah, it's really I just heard it on a YouTube, one of those YouTube ads. So I thought, oh shit, I might as well give it a look, because I was actually gonna watch there was another program that came out. I mean, another film came out the same day. I think it's called Electric State. It's got Chris Pratt, I think. and the chick from I forgot the name of this. The kids Stranger Things. It's got the main actor from there, the main actress, sorry, from Stranger Things in this film. They both came out at the same time. Adolescence and Electric States. But I thought I would check it out. Yeah, and I really enjoy it. It's cool. What about yours?
Oh, sorry. What's Adolescence about?
Oh, sorry. So it's a crime drama. It's about a 13-year-old boy that kills a 13-year-old girl. But then, as they dive into this case, the detectives, they find out it's really it's to do with all the social media stuff, social media bullying. But it's really like there's some things I didn't know about, like the emojis that the kids use. They actually there's like a secret language behind it, and only the teens know that. And what as us as adults, when we see those emojis and that, it doesn't mean nothing to us, but to the kids, they reckon it means million things. So it's like far out. They have this hidden language behind it, and the cops realize what's really going on, and then it just gets really bad. But yeah, of course, I'll have to watch the last episode sometime by the end of this week. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's good.
So when you said he kills the girl, did you just spoil the?
No,
did you just spoil the program?
That's the thing. You could actually say the plot of the story, but it wouldn't spoil the film. This is just a part of the story, but it's more deeper than that.
Or do they reveal he's the killer like in the first episode?
Yeah, they pretty much do. Well, because you kind of get it, because these cops are relentless, man. Like you don't get anything of the story. You just get planted with these cops, and then they just go to this house and then just smash. They just like raid the house like full on. I'm like, hey, what the hell? Like if it was your house and you get raided like that, it's like shit. These guys must have like the top notch evidence that they knew. They exactly knew that it was you that did it. That's the only reason why they would do something like that. So it's like, wow, it's crazy. And they get to the nitty gritty of it, and yeah, it's like shit, crazy.
Yeah, I've been watching. I've been watching a few things. I know they got the Pit on. I think the second to last episode tomorrow.
Yeah,
man, enjoying that one. And on Mondays, man, can't wait to get home to watch the White Lotus season 3.
Yeah,
it's getting good, eh? It's getting good that way. So I think this episode was the episode that a lot of things happen and a lot of exciting things happen. And there's a scene, because there's a particular actor that shows up that's sort of famous. I'm not going to say who it is, but it was kind of like knowing that there was a special guest actor that's going to make an appearance and like in the middle of the season, and he showed up, and I was like, okay. But man, he had the scene, and it was like a monologue. He was telling a story to one of the main characters, and this story is like fucking out of it, man. It's like out the gate shit, eh? It's like, what the hell? I don't want to go more because I don't want to spoil it, but it's one of those scenes where like two characters talking, and it's like one of the best actings you've ever seen. One of the best lines, the best dialogue you ever seen in film, man. So I wonder how strong it will be, and when it comes to pop culture, I wonder how people will refer back to that scene as much as they refer back to certain scenes in movies and film. And pop culture, like everyone knows about the pulp fiction when Jules says his line from the Bible and shoots the guy, like everyone knows the words in that scene, or the Sicilian scene. Man, I'm naming all the Quentin Tarantino ones. The Sicilian scene on what's that movie? Oh, I forgot the name of the movie. True Romance. The Sicilian scene of True Romance with Dennis Hopper and Christopher Walken. How they have that dialogue before Christopher Walken blows his brains out. When they have that story about the Sicilians and the eggplant. Like that line of dialogue is one of the most famous lines of dialogue, eh? and Heat has it as well. When Robert De Niro and Al Pacino have that chat in the cafe, in the coffee shop. But yeah, man, there's a scene that's like, man, it's like it was so good that it probably saved the whole season. This episode 5, that's the episode, because I've watched all the White Lotuses, like season 1. Season 1's alright. Season 2 is mean. I love season 2. Season 3 is a bit slow, and it's probably behind season 2 and 3 and 1 in terms of, how good it is. But this episode 5 sort of, this is the kind of stuff that makes White Lotus what it is. It's a real I can't explain it. You have to watch it yourself, but it's deep, It's a lot of the themes in the White Lotus. So it's about a resort, right? It's about a resort and a chain of resorts called the White Lotus, and each season is at a different White Lotus around the world. So season 1 we were in Hawaii, we were in Maui in the White Lotus resort there, and all it is just the guests that you follow these particular guests, maybe one family, a couple, or another person. They come to the resort to stay for a week, and you just follow their story in the resort. And there's always drama. These people that come to this resort, because this resort is an expensive resort, so these people that come holiday there, they got money. So you might have the family, like there's like a rich family, and they're like a dysfunctional family, and then shit happens, and you realize that one of the themes in the White Lotus is that you're looking at the lives of these rich people holidaying, and you think their life is like all cool and all good, but really underneath it there's drama, and their life isn't that all good, all cracked up to be, because there's everything you want with drama. There's like adultery, there's like sex, there's like be mischievous. When you're on holiday, what stays over there, what happens over there stays over there. So there's all this like bad stuff going on as well, and it always ends with a dead body. So how the structure is like, the first episode you see a dead person, and you're wondering what happened, and then it says 1 week earlier, and then it carries on from there. The series carries on from there. So you see a dead body in episode 1 in the beginning. You see a dead body in episode 2. I mean, season 2 in the beginning. But season 3 at the beginning, it's like a mass murder, like someone shooting up the resort, but you don't see what's happening.
Holy
and you just see a dead body, but you don't see the face of the dead body. It's similar to season 2. And then it says 1 week earlier, and then we go back in time and see these people come to the resort, and you just follow their story in that. So yeah, man, I'm enjoying it. The themes are quite the same, the themes that I described, but these rich, privileged people that come to this resort, and you see all that's not cracked out to be. They got problems in their lives, and that. It's a bit of a commentary on that, but no, it is interesting. There's certain narratives in here that are really real adult stuff, eh?
Yeah, I've heard.
Real adult stuff. Like there's scenes you don't expect to see. There's scenes you go, oh, what the fuck? And it'll come.
Is it like boys?
Yeah, but not violent scenes, if you know what I mean.
Oh, sexual. Oh, yeah. Sexual scenes.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's kind of all the themes are adult themes. It's real deep in that. But no, it's enjoy it. It's interesting film. It's an interesting series. Huh?
It sounds interesting. Like I've never ever wanted to watch it, but listening to you, I think I might give it a crack.
Yeah, but the good thing about it, even though they're standalone seasons, it connects some way. There's one character that might show up in another season that connects to the first season. Just one character, but no one knows. They're all new people that come to they're all new characters that come in each of the seasons. But there can be one thing that will connect the seasons. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I think they hyped that up, and they mentioned there's going to be a famous actor that's going to show up in season 3, and so we're all thinking, okay, who's it going to be? like that, and he finally shows up in episode 5. So episode 5 just came out on Monday. Episode 6 next week. It stars Patrick Schwarzenegger, who's Arnold's son.
Yeah. I saw that in one of I think it was Instagram or something about it.
Yeah, and he plays a dickhead. So, but he does it really good. He's a real nice guy. If you see him on the interviews, he seems like a real nice guy. And his character on White Lotus is opposite. You can see he's opposite, but he plays it really well. Like he's such a dickhead. Like just you cringe, but it's good. Yeah. So yeah, White Lotus season 3. Okay, we're here to talk about Daredevil, and man, they were in line when they said no Daredevil in the suit. Episode 4 still don't get no Daredevil. Matt Murdock hasn't been pushed to the edge where he has to put on the costume, but yet. So we haven't seen him in full costume yet, but it's building up, It's building up to that moment.
Yeah.
But, I remember last episode we talked about the storyline and how, man, you could take away Daredevil. You could take Daredevil out and still be a good show, right?
Yep.
And I was thinking, you know what? The first 10, 15 minutes of this episode, I was thinking, oh, fuck, this sucks. Like, I was like, nah, I don't think this is, I don't like this. I don't like this bit. I don't like the story. I don't know where this is going. And I was thinking, oh, shit, is this going to be? But then it changed for me. Then as this episode went on, I sort of, oh, fuck, it's getting good. Oh, yeah, I understand. Oh, okay. So I mentioned to you on the chat, I'll text you last night after I watched that. I was thinking, man, this is a roller coaster ride of emotions for me, this episode. Because the first bit, I thought, man, this sucks. And then the next minute, oh, no, this is all right. And then, it got me thinking. And then, oh, it's good. So I was kind of like on edge with where the direction these characters might go. And I'll talk about it more when we talk about spoilers and that. But yeah, that was my explanation why I text you that this episode got me in this up and down mode of emotions. Being, oh, this sucks. Oh, no, this is good. Oh, no, this is really good. Oh, I get it now. That was my first reactions. How about you?
This episode there was a lot of talking. So it was pretty it's not the greatest episode, I reckon. It's probably the sickest one out of the lot at the moment. But yeah, it wasn't too bad, but I get it. Yeah, I had to kind of but yeah, I don't know what else I can say about this episode. But yeah, there was just a shitload of talking. and these characters going through their feeling, well, especially Fisk and Matt going through their transformations, or trying not to transform. I don't know, but we'll get into that. We'll talk about that a bit more. Yeah,
that's right. There's a lot of talking, and I think when I had that emotion at the end of it, when I thought, okay, I get it, like it's still building up to what to these characters are struggling with who they are as their identity. So to me, man, this is an identity crisis with both Kingpin and Matt Murdock, right?
Big time.
And it all started. It's cool that they had that meeting in the cafe in episode 1, because when they had that talk and told each other where they stand, Daredevil was like, "Hey, you get out of line, I'll be there." And Kingpin's like, "Hey, wait, you put on that suit, then you're going to jail when I pass this law." So they know where each other stand, right? So now they've got that boundary. Now they've got that line drawn. They can't cross it, because if one of them crosses it, then the other one has to do what they got to do. And so it's like a game now. It's like a game. Who's going to cross that line first? Is Wilson Fisk going to do it, or is Matt Murdock going to do it? And they know this, so they probably understand that of each other. If one of them crosses the line first, the other one will win, and you will lose. So I think a lot of ego is attached to all this, and they're like, and deep down they're fighting that urge to. So it gives Matt Murdock even more motivation not to turn into Daredevil, not to get a suit back, and it, probably the same thing with Wilson Fisk. He wants to uphold this image of, man that loves the city. He's the mayor. He wants to take care of the city. He wants to take care of all the people. He wants the people to love him. and he knows that if he does his gangster shit again, he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose it, and that's more to what I was saying before. Like that's the character of Kingpin in the comic books. The character of Kingpin in the comic books, he loves the fact that the city of New York love him because then he's got this. He tries to uphold this image of a legit businessman when really he's a crime boss in the background. All the heroes know he's a crime boss, but the public don't, and that's his thing. He wants the public to love him, right? So when he loses that, and he loses that at the end of the Born Again story and the Frank Miller Born Again story, Kingpin is like, he's like lost part of his things that he wants. So I think in this series, Kingpin being mayor is a way for Kingpin, because he needs the people to love him so they can vote him in, so he can still be mayor. So by default, really, he needs the people to love him anyway, right?
Just like the police commissioner was saying. How he how he said that you're just a little boy wanting the love from the city.
Yeah, that's right. See, so yeah, it's really interesting that now in this episode, I think just because how I said before, these two characters are trying to push back on being what they want to be, what they have been in the past. That the things around them, the environment, and the things that's happening is kind of slowly pushing them back into what they said they weren't going to do, right?
Yeah.
And these things happen in this episode. Matt goes to get some advice, or get some reassurance from another character that we'll talk about in spoilers. Didn't go too well because then he got the truth thrown back in his face and he couldn't handle it, right? So that's an interesting plot line to his character, and it's good insight, and that's why I love this episode. At the end, I realized that what we want as an audience, we want Daredevil to come kick some ass, right? Get some action up in here. Like, even though the drama of the courtroom stuff is cool, this is a Daredevil superhero program. Like, how long can we last with this talking and
this courtroom
and LA law kind of shit going on, which is cool too. But at the same time, this is a Daredevil. So when are we going to see that? And I think there's a limit to how much of this kind of storyline we can absorb.
Yeah.
And fuck, man, just get to the fucking action. We want to see some. we want to see some fights, man.
See, how many cases has he taken so far? He's only probably taken 2 away.
Yeah, he's taken
2 cases so far.
He took the one after the White Tiger one. He took another one. Yeah. So
yeah.
So I think what happened is that as an audience, as me watching the show, I want Daredevil to be Daredevil again, and I think I need Matt Murdock to understand that he's pushing him back. He's trying his hardest to push it back, and I'm saying, nah, man, be it, man.
Let go,
man, let go.
The one I'm rooting for is Fisk. It's like, come on, man, just do some beatdowns. I actually thought he was going to do a beatdown in this episode, but yeah.
So that was my sort of take on the whole thing. Did you have any other thoughts on this episode, like how it was in that, the storyline?
Nah, not really. Nothing comes to mind yet. I think you pretty much said everything. So yeah. No, I was probably on the same track as you. I think Murdock was just looking for I think he was just looking for guidance, or also looking for permission. Like, I think he was looking for an excuse. Maybe he was looking for an excuse to be Daredevil again. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was having a harder time than Fisk was. I think Fisk is partly there. I'm not too sure actually.
No, I think Fisk has his own what he's battling with, and I'll explain when we get to spoilers. So we might as well get into spoilers, man, because I'm trying to get this out. So So, yeah, man, if you haven't seen the episode yet, pause this, go watch it, and come back, and then we'll give you guys some insight on what we found this episode to be, and storyline, all that kind of stuff. So, right now, I'm going to do the WesWes Network recap. Here we go. Sex, Simpa, and Sistema is the title of this episode. Directed by Jeffrey Nachmanoff and written by David Feige and Jesse Wiguto. After confirming his death, Murdock promises Ayala's niece, Angela Del Toro, he will bring his killer to justice. At marriage counseling, Fisk and Vanessa discuss her affair with Adam. Afterwards, Glenn privately asks Vanessa if she feels safe around Fisk. Fisk's attempt to improve the ports face a number of hurdles, including government procedures, rival gangs, and his protege, Daniel Blake, drunkenly revealing confidential information, leading BB to out Fisk as a union buster. Despite his initial anger, Fisk decides not to fire Blake after witnessing his loyalty. Matt Murdock investigates the site where Ayala was killed and finds a bullet casing with Castle's symbol on it, with the Punisher symbol on it. He tracks down and interrogates the Punisher, who believes it came from a police officer, before calling out Murdock for not killing Dex and retiring as Daredevil. Later that night, Murdock practices with his glee clubs as Fisk visits an imprisoned Adam. Meanwhile, a masked serial killer drains blood from a victim. And that was your WesWes Network recap. Sweetos. A few things happened in this episode to keep the clock ticking, man. We got the introduction of in full villain outfit, Muse.
Yeah.
Who's starting his killing rampage. So what he does in the comic books, like he's a serial killer that drains blood and uses the blood to paint stuff.
Holy shit.
So he was the guy that painted the Kingpin mural in the beginning.
Yeah.
And he's the guy that went to get the autograph of the book from Matt's
psychiatrist.
From Matt's Gingy.
Yeah.
At the thing. Yeah, so interesting to see how that interacts with what's going on. Because this is a third sort of second villain that's coming, right?
Yeah. So could it be that he's the one that murdered the White Tiger? Was it him, or was it one of the corrupted cops?
I think it's the cop. So maybe he's the third villain to come in, because we got the corrupted cops, who are the villains. And we heard this from Frank, right? When Daredevil goes to see Frank goes, he shows him the bullet with his Punisher sign, and these are my fanboys.
But you remember that scene with the when Matt approaches the corrupted cop because he hears his footsteps down the Court of Justice or whatever you call that area, the police station, and he interrogates him, but he finds out that the guy was telling the truth. Like, you can hear his heartbeat. So it wasn't. He doesn't know anything about killing the White Tiger. So I don't know if it was that the moose is trying to, I don't know, cause some kind of ruckus in the city with the police. But it wouldn't be too far from it if he was clever enough, like the Joker. Then you're gonna cause some kind of hiccup. Oh yeah, hiccup.
Oh, that's an interesting prediction. So you're breaking this Muse with the Punisher thing on.
Yeah, and he's trying to frame the effed up police officers. I don't know what's his motives, but because obviously the cop didn't know anything about the killing the White Tiger, but he does want to get payback on Matt. You know how he was freeing him off, and then Matt, because that's the bossy thing. Is like, oh yeah, let's bring some more boys. I was like, what? This guy? You're asking for it.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Maybe that crew, the cops crew, is so big that they didn't even have to tell him. That he really doesn't know, because there's more of those crooked cops.
That could be another possibility too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But someone's definitely using Castle's his presence. Did you also notice there was a lot of graffiti? You know how they showed they showed the city in it, and you had the graffiti of the White Tiger, then you had the graffiti of Kingpin, and also the graffiti of the skull head with the words "triggered." I don't know if that means that's the police's emblem. Well, the corrupted cops. It was pretty cool.
The really interesting thing about that scene where that dude kills White Tiger is that his body armor had the full Punisher symbol.
Yeah.
Like before that, cops we've just seen them with little tattoos of the skull, right?
Yeah.
Like we haven't seen anyone wear the full body armor with the full skull on the front, and that's like the Punisher. The Punisher will wear that. So it's telling me like these cops are running around with a Punisher like big skull in the front. You know, so but his head was covered, so we intentionally, as an audience, it was intentional that we didn't see his face.
Yeah,
to keep us guessing. But yeah, I think they can't. I don't think it is Frank Castle for real because I don't think Frank Castle would kill that person.
I don't think it's Frank either.
I have to trust Marvel Studios that they will never do that too. They have to keep their, they have to keep it true to the comic book. But yeah, this is a good episode in terms of coming back to that conversation at the cafe with Matt Murdock and Kingpin, because now we've seen these two characters slowly picking up their identities as who they were before, eh?
Yeah,
and it's funny because then I've got this idea of, okay, are they suppressing their old selves? Are they forcefully suppressing the old selves, or is it just natural? And it looks like they are suppressing it.
Yeah,
right. Because Matt Murdock, he man, that's why he went to see Frank, and Frank told him, "Look, man, don't fucking lie to yourself, man. You know, like be what you're supposed to be. You know, like." And because of his hurt with Foggy, and that's why Frank brings it up.
To me.
That's how Frank knows you're forcing yourself because you can't even say his name. You can't even say Foggy's name. You're doing this, and the other thing is that case he's got with that black guy.
Yeah,
like he's see in Matt Murdock's mind, Bullseye's gone to jail through the system, right? Matt Murdock didn't have to go do some investigations underneath the Daredevil costume to try to get this guy or to kill this guy, right? Kill Bullseye. So he let the system do it, and when he got life in prison, he celebrated because Matt said the system works. The system works. I don't have to be Daredevil anymore. But this black guy, who the system screws around, and the fact that he thought that he just got him 10 days jail, that it was good enough, right? And that's why that black guy was there. Hell no, man. I'm sick of this fucking shit, man. This system shit. They gave me 10 days. I'll probably be there for another 20 days, because that's his complaint, right? And Matt was happy that he got it down from 30 days to 10 days, told him. And the black guy threw it back in his face. Nah, man, you don't understand. Like, the system's like, doesn't matter what I do. System will always find a way to get me.
Yeah, I didn't get that scene at first, like, because to me, I was like, man, what the fuck are you meaning, man? Just take the 10 days. But then when he explained himself, like they rather put me spend more money to keep me in prison than just spend the money just to feed me. Kind of, like when he was explaining it, and I was like, oh, true, because I always get screwed by the system. Like he was explaining that the first time he got put in for the 30 days, he missed his appointment for his benefit and shit. So he was, begging on the streets for food and stuff. And I was like, oh, damn, true. I was really like saying, bro, just take the fucking 10 days, man. Take it. But then when he explained his point of view, I was like, damn, it's a loss. And I think Matt felt the same too. No matter, I think he's starting to see, the system kind of works, but in some places it doesn't. There's still loopholes where corruption can leak through. With the White Tiger and now this black guy. So it's like, damn.
And it was like, and that's the thing. And these are the things in the series that are trying to get Matt Murdock to get back to being Daredevil, because you can't escape. You can't escape it, right?
Yeah.
Because you've got the White Tiger situation when he's in court with the White Tiger, and he's like saying, and he's trying to get him off, but he's trying to do it in a way where he's trying to tell himself that he doesn't have to be Daredevil anymore. There's the White Tiger out there. He's doing all the vigilante work, right?
Mm.
So in his mind, Matt Murdock's still safe being. He's like he's using the White Tiger to tell himself that, oh, I'm all good. I still don't need to be Daredevil. I'm all good. The system works. Bullseye's in prison for life, and the White Tiger is all good. He's doing what I used to do. It's all good. I don't have to be. He's safe.
Yeah.
Right. But then what happens when the system is not what it's all cracked out to be? What if he's saying, okay, the system works, but then this case with this black guy, the system doesn't work. It's still like something's wrong with the system, right? And he's
Yeah.
willing to give him back crumbs, like the 10 days. And he can't understand why the black guy wouldn't take the 10 days until the black guy told him, hey. And then he was like, yeah, you're right. So in a way, he's telling himself that it's all good.
Yeah.
But he needs to be Daredevil, and to push him over the edge, he goes to see Frank Castle, and Frank Castle tells him straight up, "Look, man, there's something you didn't come here to. You didn't come here to see where this bullet came from. You came here to find out if why I do what I do, and why you want to do what you want to do.
Yeah. You can smell it on him, man.
He smells on him and tells him straight up, like, fuck, you're not, you're not being yourself, man. You gotta, yeah. It was emotional. It was emotional talk for Matt Murdock. He sort of cried, and sort of realized that Frank's right. He's like built up all these emotions with Foggy's death, and he's using that excuse to go a new way. But his new way, the reasons for his new way, is still the same shit.
Yeah.
So
it's not working.
Yeah, it's not working. Right? So
I would have thought he would have snapped when the niece came over, when the White Tiger's niece came around to come and see the uncle. But throughout the whole episode, it was just like pushing that button until he got to Frank, and then it just pushed Matt over the edge, kind of. And we'll see in the next episode if he finally puts a mask on or the whole outfit. But yeah.
So that character, Angela, she's the new White Tiger in the comics.
Oh man, they tell me they're gonna add her to the new Avengers with the girls. I was like, holy shit, there's enough of them.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So a lot of characterization in this episode, especially the journey Matt's going on, journey of identity, and I think this is all is capping it off, because at the end of the episode we see Matt Murdock practicing with his gears again, like he's gonna be Daredevil again.
Bro, was that him actually doing that stuff? Those stunts, like actually using it, or was it CGI?
I don't know. I didn't look it up.
I need to look that up, man. It looks pretty realistic, eh? If the actor told himself to do all that stuff.
Yeah. So, and it's funny because it contrasts. It always contrasts, and it's always the opposite to Kingpin. So that's why it's two sides of the same coin all the time. So on Kingpin's side of things, he's trying to suppress his old self, his bad self, right? Because he wants to get this image of being a good mayor to the people. But he's also kept his crime family in line with his wife. His wife's in charge of that part. But then he has to bring his wife in to show face because of the voters. So there's a struggle there. There's also the story of Adam. So Adam was the guy that Vanessa had an affair with, and that explains why he had sores on his fists. Those other episodes, because he was giving Adam the beat downstairs in the basement. And we saw, yeah, man.
Oh, jeez.
So
I was thinking he was punching a boxing bag, because when I looked at Adam looked alright. Like he looked scratched, but nothing major. If you remember Kingpin taking on the Punisher, he threw him around like a rag doll. So if he chucked Adam would have broken in half.
What is interesting is that he hasn't killed Adam. He's kept him down in the basement locked up. So I wonder why. I wonder if this is a way for Kingpin to also suppress who he was. Because, man, if it was the comic book Kingpin, he would have killed him ages ago.
Ages ago.
Like, he kills people on the spot, man.
Yeah.
Like, if they... Like, you know that scene when when Daniel tells him that he fucked up?
Yeah.
And he told everyone to go? Like, the old Kingpin would have killed Daniel right there, right then, man.
Yeah.
Like, strangled him or stabbed him with his walking stick or something.
Yeah, my favorite character, they're good in this episode, Daniel. This is, that he owned up to his mistakes in that, in front of, to the Kingpin, showed his loyalty, and the man got a second chance. But you can see who's his supervisor, the lady. I forgot her name. Is it Shelley? Shella?
Yeah.
And she's like in the background there, and when Fisk goes, "But if you ever do this again, I'm gonna make sure you're not gonna do it anymore." And you can see the lady in the back like really nervous. It's like, holy shit, this is going to the next level. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, because the Kingpin would have killed on the spot, right? So he's suppressing that. Like you can tell he can do it. And with the Adam thing, that's showing that he still hasn't lost his old self, right?
Yeah, he's deciding. I think he was like contemplating shit. I still can't forgive Vanessa for fucking this guy, but I might as well just kill this guy to make myself feel better. I was like, shit, this guy.
Yeah. So it seems to me that I think now the plot. So now we've seen Adam when he's caged up.
Yeah,
he's not dead. So there's a reason for that. Now I know that Vanessa's gonna know in sometime that she has to know. Because why else?
Yeah.
You need to have that conflict. Otherwise, there won't be a TV show, right? Like, that's the thing, right?
Did you see when the psychiatrist asked, "Oh, where's Adam?" and they both go, "I don't know." But I think Vanessa's like looking at Fisk going, "Fuck, this guy's got him, really. He's got my fuck toy."
Or maybe they think she knows too.
I wouldn't be surprised. She probably knows that Fisk has him, but she's probably thinking that he's already killed him. But I didn't. Yeah, I was just cracking up at how he laid out his plan to reconstruct the port, and then he was told that he had to go through all these hoops just to even get into the door, and then he had a full day of meeting all these people in it, and and the scene with the kids when they were singing the songs to him. I couldn't stop laughing. And then he went to the next meeting after being told that the BB girl did some bad reviews with him about the garbage stuff, and they're saying this, and he went to the other crowd and they're saying the same song but in a different language. I couldn't stop laughing. And he's just like looking at them going, "Fuck, I want to get out of this shit." Straight after the scene where he tells this whole crew off. Oh man, that was so funny. If it was the old Kingpin, he would have lost his shit and murdered everybody.
Did you notice that last meeting he went to? So these people are from Latvia.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if Dr. Doom was going to show up.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Because that's where he's from.
True.
Yeah, it's a fictional country in Europe in the Marvel universe. That's where Victor Von Doom's from.
I don't know which version of Doom it will be though, because we can see from the trailers with the Fantastic Four, it's definitely in the 19-something, so it's not our universe. So yeah.
I like how the Marvel Studios puts these little Easter eggs in their stories, eh?
Yeah, it's
like
pretty cool.
When they're walking up the steps to go, who's my next meeting? Oh, these are the people from Latvia. And I was thinking, oh, that's Dr. Doom's. That's where Dr. Doom's from.
Yeah, singing the same song. We built the city of rock. Couldn't stop laughing at that. He's just like rubbing his hands like, shit. I need to get out of here.
We still see Matt Murdock using his powers though. Like he used his powers to find out where that bullet went. That was a good piece of writing, that, because I didn't really understand why there was no casing, like bullet casing, and I was thinking, that's weird. And then when you push the bottle, that little bottle of shot glass,
Yeah,
it was a vodka shot glass. Pushes down he tapped it so it rolls down the thing. I was wondering, oh yeah, he's trying to find where that bullet went, if that bullet rolled down the same way.
that scene reminded me of the Tom Cruise Reacher, where the detective was looking at the parking thing, and then the coins they fell down the gutter, and then he finds the shells. Well,
yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that.
But then it was kind of weird how he had to go see Frank, eh?
Yeah. I wonder, did he always know that Frank was there, or he just sniffed them out?
Yeah.
He just
used
sniffed
his radar.
His powers.
His radar to send them out, yeah.
Fucking hell. Man, Frank doesn't look good either. He looks crazy than ever. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, I wonder if he's still doing his
killings.
His killings, it'd be cool. He's got his beard and all that, so looks like he's done it in ages, eh? But he's still got his guns on the wall and stuff. Right. So yeah,
he's always organized. He's ready for war. So I don't know who he's going to start fighting. I just hope this is not the last time we see him. Like I hope they didn't just bring him in the episode, talk to Matt about his feelings, and then that's it. I hope they have another episode with Frank.
I wonder if we go back to Muse. So I wonder how that's going to tie in with anything. You mentioned that it might have been Muse that killed the White Tiger, but man, it's interesting. Eh? Like what does this do? Is this the character that's going to get Matt Murdock to turn back into Daredevil? Because there's that scene where he goes in the back and he sees all the helmets, the different Daredevil helmets he's got.
I saw that.
So actually, he is thinking about it. That's why he's training again.
Yeah,
and that was a cool scene when we flipped from Matt Murdock to Wilson Fisk, because now we see Wilson Fisk being his old self with the Adam situation. Like going down to the basement, having a nice dinner, having his glass of wine in the basement in front of Adam, eh?
Yeah.
So, man, that's some sick shit, eh? That's some like conniving kind of. I need to do this. I need to eat some fine wine, and I need to drink some fine wine, eat some fine dinner in front of this asshole.
Yeah, but still stomach the food, and the guy's screaming hard out like to let him out. It's like, holy cow, man! Yeah. It's pure evil.
Sweet, man. So, is there anything else on this episode that stands out that we can talk about?
Matt first figuring out his shit. Vanessa. Yeah, the thing with Mute, I think the trigger here for Matt might be the partner, his new partner at the moment, because it looks like Mute is taking an interest in her. Well, he was there to get her signature, so man, I can only think, but he might start taking more interest in her.
Yeah,
without knowing that it's Daredevil's thingy.
Well, because this is a TV series, and if we know plots to stories, two things have to happen now that will drive the drama up even more. Is Vanessa knowing that Adam's downstairs and knowing what Kingpin is doing? Because that's the only reason why Adam's still alive, right? So we can have that conflict happen later on and see what happens there. The other thing is that, yeah, you're right, with Matt's girlfriend signing the book, that guy, and we think he's Muse, that they're gonna clash too, and because you can't have a coincidence like that and not happen, right?
Yeah.
And plus, the girlfriend is a damsel in distress. Would be a damsel in distress. In any kind of hero villain story, you need a damsel in distress, right?
Yeah.
So, and it's funny because if Karen Page is the actual main character for, as a girl for Daredevil. She's not here for a reason because of Foggy's death. That takes her out and brings someone new to kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Karen Page might come back later on in the season, or you still got Karen Page in the background to write back in or something like that. But I think, as far as plot's concerned and as far as drama is concerned, all of that, they need to show the these outcomes because you've set it up for us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have Adam in the jail and then that's it. He's gonna be in jail for the rest of the 2 seasons, and nothing happens, right? There's no,
Yeah.
So
it'll be boring.
It'll be a waste of time.
I don't.
So yeah.
I don't know.
Go.
I don't know with Fisk if because he admitted that he can't like his dad doesn't forgive people, and he says that he has the same thing. So maybe his trigger might be Vanessa. Like he might actually kill him. I can't see it happening though, but if it does, that might turn a new leaf.
Yeah. Guess we'll see what happens. 5 more episodes to go. So
it's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot to go through. And apparently part 2 is season 2, so it's not gonna end. There'll be a big cliffhanger, I guess, in episode 9. Okay. And then we'll carry on next season. So yeah. I got nothing else. Nothing else on this one. This episode is more like a continuation of building up to why Kingpin and Murdock are going to go back to their old selves.
Yeah, talk about Born Again, all right?
Yeah, that's right. Sweet, I think that's us.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll be back with episode 5 of Daredevil Born Again next week. All right.
Yep.
Have a good weekend, bro.
You too.